Assuming that Dr. Fred Matiang'i is coming to vie for presidency come 2027, here is the campaign team that I feel is going to work for him to ensure that he has delivered, he has gotten regional support. Before I take you through, if this is the first time you're watching our videos, please make sure that you subscribe, like, and comment, because that's the best support you can always give this channel. For those who are supporting us, thank you so much. The M-Pesa number is there. You can always come through whenever you can. Let me dive into the topic today. Now, Matiang'i, so far, he has not come out officially to announce that he's vying for presidency in this country. But the conversation among Kenyans is that Matiang'i should come, and is coming. So recently we had people saying that Matiang'i has already hired as a foreign firm to assess his viability to vie for presidency and also to amass wealth, finance for him that are going to assist in the campaigns. So that is so far on the ground. He has a party that is called Upo in Kisii, which we are seeing rebranding right, left, and center, meaning that there's a possibility that he might be vying for presidency come 2027. So on the list on here that I want to look at the regional support, because one thing that we have to agree is that Raila Amolo Odinga and William Ruto have shifted to tribal politics. They want to take us to tribal politics where they are best in. And Matiang'i has to prepare that as well, because if he does not, probably is going to fail. Now, what has he done to counter Raila Amolo Odinga and William Ruto? First of all, is to have a very smart team in mind that's going to assist him. I'm saying in mind because I've also assessed these people from where they have come from and where they are right now, and their relationship with Fred Matiang'i and Uhuru Kenyatta. Because Uhuru Kenyatta is likely to support Dr. Fred Matiang'i. Why am I saying so? Kalonzo ni muoga. Let me just leave it there at first. I'll do a video on how I think Kalonzo Musyoka ni muoga. Now, first of all, on the list is Natembeya. George Natembeya is the governor of Trans Nzoia County. This gentleman worked in Narok as the county commissioner, then was promoted to become the regional commissioner of the Rift Valley. And all these times, Matiang'i was around him and they worked together because Matiang'i was working with Uhuru Kenyatta. Now, in the second term, actually, when he was an RC, we had Matiang'i and the Kajira Company secretary. So these people had a very close relationship and they trusted him to perform within the Rift Valley. And that's why I feel strongly that George Natembeya is going to do well as far as the campaigns are concerned. Why? They are close to Matiang'i, they like each other, and they are people not liking each other. They've worked together, they are people, are friends, so probably they are going to work together going forward. I think they also have same principles and same types of leadership. Now, why Natembeya? Natembeya is the only guy now is left isolated in the Western region, and the only person who has already shown the interest of becoming a kingpin. Particularly the language he speaks and the way he talks to the people. He also has ambitions. He has been speaking outrightly that we cannot have tumbo za wananchi ndio za viongozi ndio zinatetewa kutumia wananchi. So this gentleman has come out strongly to bring what you call the Tawe movement, and the Tawe movement is speaking within the Western region. That's why I feel strongly this was the right person to bring on board. Why? He's vocal. Apart from that, he's also strong. He has faced Wetangula, faced Mudavadi, both combined and working for William Ruto. I will announce Kasudi. So it is very clear that Natembeya is going to shine in Western Kenya, whether people like it or not, because it speaks what the people of Western Kenya want to say. Now, he has always been MEC underrated or maybe ignored by friends Atuoli, who keeps on calling these people toothless bags, dogs, calling them like it is Mudavadi and Wetangula who are the leaders there. Yeah, these people are not doing anything. Atuoli is not talking about the interest of the people of the Western region. He's only talking about the leadership of the mountain. So looking at Natembeya speaking about what the common manich wants, probably is the right person to help Matiang'i get the Western bloc. He needs actually 30% of it. Another person is Balala. Balala is from the coast, and probably if Balala is equipped very well, he can revive his political strength and actually face Joho in Mombasa, and he can be able to promote this country by far. I want to promote Matiang'i's campaign by far. I mean this. Joho rose as a result of Balala becoming a cabinet secretary under Uhuru's Uhuru's government. So politically, he was not very active. But if Balala is left to get into politics and particularly campaign, I feel strongly that he can be able to lure most of these people from the coast to support him come 2027 and actually get some votes for Matiang'i. We also need 30% from there. If central people support him, the youth support Matiang'i, and then Kisii come on board as a bloc, then we have 30% from Western, 30% from the coast. Matiang'i is gone. So Balala is the right person because they worked with Matiang'i, so they have a good relationship between them, and also he worked with Uhuru Kenyatta, so Uhuru Kenyatta will be able to talk to them and ensure that they have delivered for Matiang'i come 2027. Now, another person I want to talk about is here Joseph Olelengu. This is the person who is from Kajiado County, and right now is considered to be among the leaders from the Maasai region, and actually is the second-term governor. Probably going forward is going to be engaged in the campaigns that are not going to basically make him the governor, but either senator or even advance him to become what we call the cabinet secretary or bigger posts in government. And Joseph Olelenko actually worked with Matiang'i when he was cabinet secretary, actually replaced him. No, it was replaced by Kaseri. Actually, we saw him work very well with Matiang'i during his time, and even when it was dismissed from cabinet, we saw him work very well as a together, as they worked even in Azimio campaign, as he was campaigning for him during the 2022 general election. So that means these people have been close, working together. Therefore, they have a good relationship that can enable them work together when it comes to the campaign period. Now, also, if you consider very well, Olelenko is considered as a leader of the Maasais. I had recently a leader speak because right now he's a second-term governor, which means the highest ranking amongst them. We have amongst the highest ranking politicians is the one for the second term who has been serving also as a cabinet secretary. Checking from all these qualifications, he becomes the topmost person to lead the Maasai community. He's yet to be declared a leader officially, but the fact remains that he's a leader and some leaders are talking about it. He comes from Kajiado, probably can be given the opportunity because Ntimama was from Narok County. He can now go to Kajiado, and then later on we get from the Samburu region. But the fact remains that he's a leader from that region and he has worked with Matiang'i, and probably working together will be a good chemistry between them. Now, there's a northeastern bloc that Kenyans must always think about. William Ruto has really tried very much to ensure that he has the northeastern bloc because he has Aden Duale on board. But Aden Duale is not the favorite of the people. You have to agree that because he didn't even amass a huge number of votes from there. He didn't have more cabinet secretaries, or maybe let me talk of members of parliament from that region, because we had more parties coming up, and that party actually it was called, there's a party that was developed by Ukuri Yatani, and that party took so many members of parliament who later on joined William Ruto after they had been bought. So therefore, Northeastern is a place of interest. And as a result, I want to talk about the person who will be able to steer the campaigns of Matiang'i at that point. That is Ukuri Yatani. Ukuri Yatani was a cabinet secretary in charge of finance during Uhuru Kenyatta's time. So they had a good relationship with, of course, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. That trust that Uhuru Kenyatta gave him, I think it's time to reciprocate come 2027 because he's going to support Matiang'i. If you also consider working with the Matiang'i, who was also his senior in terms of ranking within the cabinet because he's the supervisor, Kiranja waziri wa Uhuru Kenyatta. They had a good relationship. They worked together, finance and funding the projects in the country. So these are people who, if they come together, they can as well deliver to the people of Kenya. And I feel strongly that when they sit down as a team to craft a plan, they can be able to achieve. When I saw Ukuri Yatani develop a party and this party eventually won some seats, it's a very clear indication that these people can support Matiang'i and give him votes from that region. If you also consider the ground right now is rejecting William Ruto right, left and center, and that party that was formed by Ukuri Yatani, if it is well taken actually, plus those who were independent, if it's well taken and then they come together and decide to make the bloc support Matiang'i, probably they can manage. That is my take as far as the Matiang'i's team is concerned. Please let me see in the comment section who is missing from Matiang'i's team and who should actually and that he should come on board. And also tell me who should not be on this list. And please, of course, give me a tick if the list is okay. My name is Abdul. I'll see you next time for more videos. Please make sure to subscribe, like, and comment because that's the best support you can always give the channel. See you next time for more videos.